Hi, everybody. This is Silvio Canto in Dallas, Texas on Wednesday, March 28th. Welcome to our video commentary. I have a post over at the American Thinker today regarding retired Supreme Court Justice Stevens, who wrote a very interesting op-ed in the New York Times, basically calling for the repeal of the Second Amendment. And just a little history for you. Justice Stevens was appointed or selected or nominated, I guess, by President Ford back in 1975, and he was confirmed by the U.S. Senate in quick time, as I recall. No great controversy about this judge. And I'm not going to say that he was a left wing or right wing. I think he was kind of a centrist. I don't think that there's any one decision, spectacular decision associated with him, but I could be wrong on that. But anyway, Justice Stevens, who I believe is now in his 90s and has been out of the court for about 20 years, wrote this op-ed page. And I have to say thank you to Justice Stevens for being honest about his intentions and simply saying, look, it's time to repeal the Second Amendment. It's outdated, whatever. And I actually think this is a great moment that Justice Stevens has actually given us a great moment as a country to have a debate about the Second Amendment and perhaps even turn the 2020 presidential election or even 2018 into a referendum on the Second Amendment. And I think that Democrat candidates, and most of them are Democrats, who want to repeal the Second Amendment because it's outdated or whatever they say, they should say so. And they should make that a part of their platform. And in 2020, maybe the Democrat nominee for president can say, as part of my platform, I am going to recommend the repeal. Now, the reality is the president cannot repeal it, because repealing the Second Amendment, and this is one of the reasons why repealing the amendments is such a fantasy, because it would take probably 15 years to do it, because the president would have to, I think the Congress writes the law or the amendment, they send it to the president who signs it, and then they send it to the 50 states, and 3/4 of the states have to approve it. I mean, this is why amendments usually don't happen and why they take so long to happen. So I don't see in the country right now any chance whatsoever, even if you had a vote coming out of the Congress signed by a president, I don't see any chance whatsoever for 3/4 of the state legislatures to approve this. But nevertheless, I think the conversation is relevant. I think that we should have a conversation about the Second Amendment. And this conversation about the Second Amendment would not only be about guns, but would also be a little bit about the history and the reason why the Second Amendment is in the Bill of Rights. A lot of people don't understand, why the Founding Fathers did this. And I don't consider myself an expert in the Constitution, but I know enough about what I've read over the years and so on. It's in there for a very important reason. The Founding Fathers wanted you to be able to protect yourself and defend yourself. Now, there are some people who say that this is all part of a way of protecting people against a tyrannical government. Some of that is in there as well. But at the end of the day, it was your individual liberty that they wanted to protect by giving you the right to bear arms. I don't think there's anything outdated about that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think, in fact, it's just as relevant today as it was back then. But I think it would do the country a lot of good for us to have a debate about this and to have the Democrat actually explain why he or she wants to repeal the Second Amendment. To be honest with you, it's never going to happen, because the Democrats love this issue, but they're not going to repeal the Second Amendment. They know it would never happen. They just love the issue. It's like immigration. It's just an issue they use for political purposes. But I do say thank you to Justice Stevens for at least putting an honest proposal on the table, and let's see where it goes. And then if the Democrats want to repeal the Second Amendment, hey, make that part of your campaign, make it part of your platform, and let's go into the arena of debates and ideas, and let's have a debate about that and let the American people, through their vote, express their support or their lack of support for the Second Amendment. I think it would be a really worthwhile experience for us here in the United States. Have a wonderful day, everybody. All of these videos, we have them on YouTube, we have them over at my Twitter, and we also have them over at my blog. Have a great day, everybody. Talk to you later.